that which is the collective that is known as cosmic awareness is now available. Please proceed.
Today's date, July 11th, 2019. And this month, July, where we had the 4th of July, and there was an explosive and entertaining, spectacular event in Washington, D.C., and I found myself asking people, telling them, may the 4th be with you, because I felt like it was such a significant timeline for what's occurring all over the planet politically and with the waking up of humanity. Would awareness make a comment on these public times, these times that we're in at the moment?
Most certainly, for they are very eventful times, and much is occurring at this time that, while seemingly very straightforward, is anything but straightforward. That which is being presented on your mainstream media is very controlled at this time with a purpose of serving certain ones, that which is commonly known as the deep state. That which is the Democratic Party is also that which is serving deep state. But do not think it is only the Democrats, for there are many Republicans as well who, for their own reasons, have pledged their service to deep state. That is why it is important to understand that the power behind political power is that which has a different agenda, an agenda of dominance and control over humanity itself. That this most definitely is being seen in America at this time, where there is a war that is going on, a war between ones who would bring sanity back into this insane world, that would combat those who have a dark agenda, so that the light is brought back, dark into light, or light into dark. That the events that have been happening over this last week since the 4th of July are very consequential and very profound. That you have, for an example, a president who has his fingers on the pulse of America and understands what Americans, true Americans, who are the life and blood of your country, require. And that is hope, that is freedom, that is love, that is achievement. And a feeling of pride once again in themselves. A feeling that you are a great nation and a great people once again. Not those who have been dominated by those who know and have controlled the hidden agenda so long, but awakening ones who are able to see what is happening around them. It is still difficult for many to see, for, as already stated, your mainstream media has such control over the reporting of events, the altering and deflecting of the narrative. And they certainly have been doing so, not only over the last week, but for many, many years. But you are coming now to a crescendo. It is building up. The events indicate this. Therefore, in the address to the Union on the 4th of July, Donald Trump spoke of that which is the fundamental nature of the country itself and the people themselves. And this was very inspiring. But at the same time, the deep state ones tried to attack this, trying to present a different message, as if by speaking to the people themselves, this man, Donald Trump, was un-American. Such is the absurdities now that are coming to the forefront. Expect more of this, as it becomes so obvious to the people themselves that those who are the speakers of truth, those who are called white hatters, if you will, are under attack by those who are the black hatters, those who would control and manipulate. And you do see this in the events. In this week alone, an event occurred that was of significance. This would have been the earthquakes in California, that many think these are natural events that happen to Ridgecrest and that area. But there is so much more there. It is not mentioned at all that a very secret naval base is there in that area, there at China Lake, and that there is vast underground tunnels and chambers under the base itself there that have been affected by the strong earthquake activity in that area. Donald Trump knows of this. Donald Trump is aware of the workings of this base, that what is happening is not entirely natural. This is an event that is not reported on your mainstream news, for this is in the realm of the hidden. Just as that which was the sinking of a Russian secret submarine recently was not entirely reported. Certainly it has been mentioned, but what was not mentioned was that this was an action of deep state to provoke an incident that could perhaps lead to war between Russia and America. For the Russians had been originally told, or information went to the leadership, that the Americans had sunk this submarine. That had it been a more reactive leader than the one who leads Russia at this time, Mr. President Putin, that perhaps it could have invoked a war and caused a war. But he was level-headed. He understood this was not the actions of America. And Donald Trump, of course, was informed immediately that this had occurred. Vice President Pence was called back to help deal with the intense issue that was happening at that time, and how Trump and Putin spoke to each other, confirming that America had not done this thing, the sinking of the sub. But was this reported? It was not. Therefore, what this awareness would say to the public now at this time, be aware that much is being played out, mostly behind the scenes. Be patient, be neutral in your observations. Do not jump to conclusions or react. Simply let things unfold. The one known as Q has often said, sit back, watch the show, and enjoy your popcorn. And that this awareness speaks the same. For a show is unraveling in front of you. Indeed, it is unraveling all around you. And rather than be sucked into it because of attitudes or decisions or choices made based on ignorance and being unaware of the full truth behind the scenes, it is far more profitable, if you will, to sit back, relax, watch the unfolding events, and enjoy the popcorn or the chocolate, whatever it is that floats your boat. But the point, the true point, is in these times of unfolding events that are rapid in their nature, that are overwhelming, if you are sucked into them, that true wisdom is the wisdom of understanding that sometimes it is important simply to be the observer of events than participating in those events. There will come time for individuals to participate in a way that is right for them. But at this time, as these events hit fast and hard, and there is more coming, be prepared. Be ready. Know in yourself that it will all come right. It will all work out. as you hold this space, this place of positivity, as you hold the center of your being together without being fractured by the events on the parameters of your being, you will find that you will glide through these events of this time, and that you will see truth as you have never seen it before, for you will feel the truth within you, the truth behind events that present themselves, and that even though they are doctored and manipulated for purpose of service to the dark side, that they cannot touch you, they cannot pull you in, for that which you have developed as your ability to discern will strengthen and grow within you as you hold back, as you observe, as you understand that the events that unfold are not necessarily the events that are said to be, and that as you wait it out, as you see it through, that you will begin to understand this at the deepest level of your own being, and and that can assist you, each of you, in negotiating your own personal lives. That these are truly great lives, but they are indeed challenged by the events that are transpiring around you, that are occurring left, right, center, above, below, all around you. That at this time, that this awareness simply says, be here now. Be in the moment of your life that is unfolding with you, in you, around you at this time. And know that you have at some level of your being chosen to be here now, to be part of the events that are unfolding now. And that you have within you the capacity and capability of negotiating the events that are unfolding now. That this brings this awareness to completion, that it is done, it is spoken, and it is so.
Thank you, Awareness.